So what happens? You've done a few of these now, Annelise. Once it's sworn in, you get to the luncheon, you get to the parade, and then you get to the parties. Is that the short of it?
Pretty much, and it is something to remember that he does officially become President of the United States at noon on January 20th. So that is... that he has some kind of gap where he becomes the president early or late. The swearing in is part of the official proceedings, but it goes through the city, it goes up Pennsylvania Avenue, and in that the general public gets to see the motorcade travelling up to the White House. But this time around, because of the extreme weather, what we're talking about instead is it all happening here in the Capitol Arena where we are. Even the staff here aren't quite sure how this is going to play out. This is all very tightly kept secret, but essentially there's big space on the floor in front of us, and the people seated in the rows are blocked off by ropes, and so it looks like there'll be some kind of walking procession around the floor. I can't guarantee that. There's also a desk on the Capital One Arena stage, and we anticipate that that's where Donald Trump is going to be signing some of those executive orders as promised. 200 are promised to come through today, and that will be on everything from migration to health to they're talking about there'll be immediate dispatchment of federal law enforcement to the southern border to stop illegal crossings there. They're talking about how there's going to be, yesterday he said that they were going to be looking at releasing the official documents around the assassination of JFK so we can find out more information about that. There is going to be huge change coming in from the US today, and one of the other big things they're emphasizing is energy security. He's going to immediately sign into executive orders things that impact American access to energy, and in that he has said that they're going to bring that down as a cost for the ordinary American.
I suppose the biggest one, and you've mentioned some of them there, and tell you what, that is a lot of signing, to some 200 executive orders, but I guess the main one that captures the world's attention and is more likely to do so, more so than others anyway, is, ending catch and release, declaring that national border emergency. What changes do you think Americans will see from the get-go?
One of the really interesting things I've learned about immigration and the specific security question over the last few years of covering it is so much of it is just setting the tone. So it's not even necessarily the intricacies of how you enforce it, because that is exceptionally complicated. There's no easy answer, especially when Americans do need migrant workers here, but there are obvious security implications with just this almost unfettered access across the southern border. But having a president coming in where people know he's a hardliner is going to change the tone, and it's going to dissuade people from even trying. And I think it doesn't even necessarily matter what he signs today, just the fact they know he's coming in heavy is going to change things. It's exactly how we saw him influence what happened with the ceasefire in Israel-Gaza. They knew that he meant business. They knew